Yay. Hi. Okay. So, hi friends. Sorry, I usually do a side orientation, but it's not letting me. Okay, so for today, I'm going to do a few live channeled quantum energy healings, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. So, I just like to name that because it's true, it's real in the moment. And Deanne Sev was going to come in here and get the first live healing. But if y'all are interested for Sewer and Lily, oh, Lily, is that Liz? Let me know, Liz, if you're here so I can make you the moderator. We have 2 Lilies. Fantastic. It says there's 3 of you, but I only see 2 of you here. Okay, well. Okay. So, quantum energy healing works where, if you guys are familiar with, yay, hi everybody. Thanks for being here. I feel honored. So muscle testing, right, is where you get a distinct yes or no with yourself by doing muscle testing, or you can push on your arm, have somebody else do that. This form of energy healing, I will check in. First of all, I'll connect to your energy. Then I'll check in on different issues. And if there's a lot of resistance, heaviness that I feel in my body, it means there's energy stuck there. And sometimes it's many different ways where the energy is stuck. Sometimes it's a light resistance, meaning it's just something small. Sometimes it's really heavy, meaning there's lots of different aspects affecting this in one thing in your life. So it can be like something with your skin. It can be issues with money. It can be like, we can pretty much work and shift energy in many different ways, but it can be an issue of yourself, or it can be other people affecting your energy. Okay. So Deanne Sev, are you here? She was going to receive the first one. But Lily, are you Deanne Sev? Or Lily, would you like to have the first one? I'm going to offer it to you. So sometimes it's ancestral issues. Sometimes it's your parents. Sometimes it's siblings. Sometimes it's your partner. Sometimes it's the collective. Sometimes it's the inverted light matrix, fear, implants. The list goes on. And so how it works for me is it just channels through, and I will have visions of past lives if that's relevant to clear. Yeah. So Lily, would you like to be the first to receive? Yay! No, you can't. Carol, I'm originally from Massachusetts. Okay, yay, Lily. So Lily, if you want to type in something that's pressing that you'd like to work on, I usually do a general clearing, which might be useful too, if you want to just do the general. First of all, I'm going to connect into calling forward my highest self. Lily, your highest self, surrounding us both with golden white light, Christ light consciousness, protecting the integrity of the space. Thank you for leading and guiding and illuminating what needs to be cleared. Money, wonderful. Okay, so connecting into Lily's energy. And you guys, when I'm doing this, I have my eyes closed, just to let you know. It's just easier. So Lily, money. Okay, so there's a lot of resistance there, meaning there's energy blocked there. Is this an issue of God, self, other? It's an issue of self and other. For self, I'm going to start with other actually. Is this mother, father? So it's both mother and father, poverty consciousness, ancestral line on the mother side, on the father side. So it's both. So we're clearing, cleansing, clearing, releasing, deleting beliefs around money, poverty consciousness. You have to work hard for money. Money doesn't come easily. So this is what I'm hearing. Clearing that from the mother's ancestral line, the father's ancestral line. Forgive, forget. They just encode these memories as a survival mechanism, and it carries into the now, into your cells. So we want to release this energetic influence from the mind, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. Okay, checking now Lily to her mother, money, influence, father. So those feel lighter, meaning that has shifted. Now with Lily, poverty mindset, this feels heavy. Are there past lifetimes that need to be cleared? I'm hearing a vow of poverty in a past lifetime. I heard like you were a nun, something like that. We have many, many lifetimes, right? So this is just the one that's being showed to me in connection to this. You made a vow of poverty, but it was like a pious act, committing spirituality to God. And that was just in the consciousness of that time of this is how you stay in alignment to God's source spirit. We now know that is a distortion, right? Like you get to have all of the abundance and that is godly. So we want to cut the cords to this past lifetime, release, forgive, forget, dissolve this vow, calling all parts of the self back. I'm hearing there was a level of distortion, denial of self, anger, rage, manipulation. Anytime you wanted something more, it was like you were told that you were disgusting, you were wrong. And this feeling of really embodying that. So with why this memory, this past lifetime is being shown to us is that it's hooking into the now, and that energetic time loop is affecting your now relationship with money. So we're releasing that. Cutting the cords, soul contracts with this poverty consciousness, vow of poverty. Release, forgive, forget. Okay, I'm going to check in on the oversoul and levels of self with this poverty consciousness. Release, forgive, forget. Okay, I'm feeling, I should also say when I'm doing this, I feel the energy of what is shifting or what is in your energetic body. And I feel a lot of anxiety, fear, worthiness, fear of how do I even get money? How do I even make money? And this is where the mind is trying to control. So we want to release this grip on the mind of control. Forgive, forget, release, poverty consciousness, controlling of money, resources, how to do it in the conscious, subconscious, subterranean. Okay, now I want to check, are there any cellular memories that need to be cleared connected to this poverty consciousness that exists in the now? Cellular memories. I get a yes, so we're going to check if these started in the womb. 0 to 3, 3 to 6. I get 0 to 3, womb, not in the womb. Okay, poverty consciousness. Okay, just experiencing lack in your reality and absorbing that energetic relationship with money, but through the physical environment, your parents, relatives, friends. I'm getting you were very psychically open, and other people's like beliefs, perceptions, you just took that all in. And it also had that space to hook in because of those past lifetimes we cleared. So we want to clear these cellular memories of poverty consciousness, this cleansing, the psychic, emotional, mental, psychological, spiritual, physical. This belief that it's difficult to make money, okay? Clearing, releasing across all timelines, parallel, past, future, present. Bringing in it's easy, effortless to make money, and current timeline, all timelines, past, present, future, parallel. I'm still feeling that control. Like you have to control to be safe. That feels really heavy when I say that, so that's just confirmation. You have to control to be safe. So people pleaser, yeah, people pleaser energy. And it's interesting that this is coming up in relationship with money. So like if you're going to be looking outside of yourself, trying to meet the needs of other people and not yourself, you're going to constantly be self-abandoning, and money's not going to flow to you in that way. You have to honor yourself and your needs. So we want to clear this trauma of abandoning the self. Do we have a cellular memory for this? 0 to 3, 3 to 6. I'm getting 3 to 6. So within the age of 3 to 6. Self-abandonment, is this with the mother, father? I get the father. Feeling like you have to take care of your father. Okay, yes. His emotional needs, yes. Release, forgive, forget. Clearing the emotional memories about self-abandonment. People-pleasing. Is there people-pleasing on the ancestral line? Mother, father, mostly on the mother's line. Forgive, forget, release. Release that from the DNA, the cellular structure. Okay. Lily, people pleasing. Lily. Okay, the top of my head is tingling, which is great. This just means like a lot of shifting and moving. I'm just gonna let it move for a moment. I want to check in. How are you feeling, Lily? Can you shake them? Okay, good. Great. So I'm just gonna check back in. Lily. Just gonna do a quick clearing of your chakras. Chakras 1 through 8. Cleanse, clear, release. Astral levels 1 through 8. Your astral levels feel a little bit heavy. Psychic energy coming in and not going out. So it's like getting stuck. So we want that psychic energy going in, out, easily, effortlessly. I always get the image of water flowing instead of being blocked up. Yay. Yeah, I feel a lot of like heat moving through also. Is there anything else coming up around that? I want to ask you, Lily. Hi, Kim. Yay, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. Can you have a turn with self-love? Carol, I was going to start doing them paid. If that is in alignment for you, Carol, let me know. It's $44 for 25 minutes. It's okay. Yay. Well, just work. Okay, I'm going to just do strengthen these corrections. See it, believe it, trust it, embody. Perfect. What you should do differently, Lily? You know, so this energy healing modality, I think any energy healing modality is going to shift how you perceive. It's moving energy, so like your perception and how you respond to life in your environment, your reality is going to shift. So when you have a new experience with money, or, you know, positive affirmations, journaling, scripting, whatever you feel called to, also meditations, to shift your money frequency and receptivity further. But there's going to be like a noticing in yourself that you feel differently. You feel like you can respond differently. Like, oh, I can spend that money. There's not going to be this fear, poverty consciousness that money's not coming. It's a shifting that, like, it's absolutely coming. It's here. It's meant for me. It's your God-given right. Like, we're all worthy of massive abundance, and really embodying that within is going to make it reflect on the outer. Yeah, and this can also come up in layers. So if you're not like, oh my God, I'm not a millionaire overnight, like any healing journey is never going to be overnight. There's time, there's integration. I'm going to be doing these lives regularly. I don't have a set schedule yet, but it's going to be $44 for 25 minutes. So if you feel called, you can jump on in the future. This is my first one, so it's all new. It's all new to me, really doing it. Heather, hi. I'm so happy to hear you like the videos. It's been really, really fun for me to be embodying that path and calling. So here today, my other passion beyond channeling is quantum energy healing. And I've been getting the message to start doing them live. So yes, $44 for 25 minutes on the live. I've just been getting the message to do this. I had my dear friend who's going to be a moderator mention it first, and I was like, ooh. And then I keep getting the confirmation to do it. So, yeah, that's what this is here today. Carol, are you still here too? And also I can, how do I respond here? Oh, thanks, Seraph. You're so sweet. How do I respond? Gosh darn. I don't know how. I feel silly. Well, that's all right. My, thanks y'all. My Cash App is Jodi Teresa, Teresa. My Venmo is the same thing, Jodi Teresa. And then PayPal is the same, Jodi Teresa. Well, okay, sounds good, Carol. Y'all are sweet. There was someone else who was going to come on, but I don't see her here. So, okay, well, Maybe I'll just do another. Carol, if you're still here, I'll just do another free one. This is my first one, so I gotta let it grow. Or Heather, if you're here and would like to do it. Or Seraph. Whoever answers first, I'll go for and trust that's right. JODITERESA is the Cash App. That's okay. So, all right, Carol. Let's do you, Carol. And y'all, the money will flow to you, and it can. Okay? So, Carol, and you want to work on self-love, you said. Okay, so I'm going to call in Carol, your highest self, your divine team. Connecting in. Thank you, highest divine God source, my team, for leading and guiding and showing what needs to be shifted in this now moment to bring neutrality to self-love. And we want neutrality, so when I feel heaviness, that means there's resistance, there's something stuck. Neutrality means there's going to be a easier flow of that energy to promote more self-love. Yay. Hi, Colorado. Me too. Do you know that? I'm in Colorado. Okay. So, Carol, Madison, love that you're in Massachusetts. Okay, so self-love, Carol. And it feels heavy, which is normal. That's why it's up. Is this an issue of God? Self, other. Self, other. Other is heavier. Is this mother, father, ancestral line of the mother, ancestral line of the father? So both. We want to clear this self-hatred, self-disgust, self-anger, anger at the self. I'm hearing a shutting down of being yourself because you were rejected for being yourself on the mother's ancestral line, father's ancestral line. That's mostly on the mother's ancestral line. Release, forgive, forget. We want to clear that from the cellular memories now, from the DNA. Thank you. Carol, mother's line, father's line. Okay, self-love. Okay. For father's line, I'm hearing narcissistic tendencies. And not to like shame, blame, none of that. It's just this was like an energetic pattern looping through that family lineage. And with this being a lack of self-love, it was just this pattern not allowing them to access love for themselves or anyone else, really. So we want to release this narcissistic pattern from the father's ancestral line. Forgive, forget. Release this memory from the DNA, the cellular memories now. Okay, self-love, mother's ancestral line, father's ancestral line. Those feel a lot lighter. Now, mother, father. So that also cleared to the mother and father influence into the now to you. Self-love on for you. Now this feels heavy. Is this a past lifetime we need to be aware of? Yes. Can we have knowledge of this past lifetime? What it is that is creating resistance around self-love. Okay. Self-hatred. Okay, I'm seeing two different lifetimes. One is where you had like these beautiful gifts. You were very different. You were a healer, and people rejected you so much because it was like, what the hell are you doing? You're different. You're weird. Get away from us. And kind of this like rejection from the tribe, which in this lifetime was dangerous, right? You were by yourself and it was scary. So there's this self-hatred for who you were on a core level. We want to call forward the soul contract to this lifetime, dissolve, release, burn, cut the cords, calling back all parts of the self from this lifetime, fractured parts of the self, embedded self-hatred. Release, forgive, forget. Now this other lifetime I'm seeing is you were deformed, like physically. And in this lifetime, people just made you out to be like a bother, disgusting, I'm hearing, and like shame on them, but also you just internalized all of that so much that it was this real pain, ache in your heart, and self-loathing, self-disgust, self-hatred. So we want to call forward all parts of the self from this past lifetime that were fractured, calling for the soul contracts release. Cutting the cords to this past lifetime, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, this kind of I owe you, you owe me karma coming through to these people, like holding into the now of like people owe me something, and I'm hearing that's where your self-love is going to come from. Someone else is going to give you the love. That is false, that's faulty. So we're going to cut that influence from the past life. Right now we want you to realize on a soul level that self-love comes from within first. Nobody else is going to give that to you before you give that to you. Forgive, forget, release these beliefs existing in the conscious, subconscious, subterranean, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical clearing. Okay, self-love, past lifetime. Okay, that feels lighter, self-love. Are there cellular memories we need to clear from the now, this lifetime? Yes. Is it from the womb? I get from the womb with your mother. Is this your mother's energetic influence on you? Yes. Father? It's the mother. So her lack of self-love while she was carrying you pregnant. Clearing from the cellular memories, from the nervous system, from the emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. I'm hearing an in-between lifetime influence here. I'm just going to clear it. I'm not going to question it. Okay, so Carol, clearing that energy from the womb. That feels a lot lighter. It's great. Are there any other cellular memories to clear about self-love in this lifetime? 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. I get 6 to 9. Feeling rejected by peers. Okay. Feeling different. Not feeling accepted. But this is also stemming from a core wounding of not accepting, not loving yourself. So we want to release this core wounding. Forgive, forget. Not loving yourself, self-hatred, not good enough. And then also this rejection, cellular memory from peers. Not good enough. Forgive, forget. Okay, sometimes there's entities that come in with these strong energetic, I feel like a big dropping in my solar plexus and a lot of heat. So these entities come in because this is like a distortion of thought. You're in this place of like self-misery, self-loathing, right? It's like there's the opening of that fear, anger, hatred. So is this one entity, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 10, more than 20, more than 30? So it's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 23 entities. Calling forward the soul contracts with these 23 entities. Anchoring in self-hatred, self-destruction, I'm hearing, self-loathing. Release dissolve, cut the cords. We want to release lovingly and send them on their way. Like this was just a soul contract to experience this energetic attachment. And with this comes like those subconscious, insidious thought forms that are not originating from you, but from these entities of like, you're disgusting, you're an idiot, you're so stupid. All of that is connected to them. So we're releasing, forgive, forget, illuminating with Christ's white light. Illuminating the system with Christ's white light. A lot of times the ego, the mind wants to hold on because this is like a scary new shift because you're used to treating yourself this way since you were between the ages of 6 to 9. So we're releasing this subconscious hold in the mind, in the conscious, subconscious, subterranean. Release, forgive, forget. And now we want to seed in, and I'm calling in my divine team right now to help me seed in honoring the self, loving the self, the belief that you are worthy, you are enough, you are beautiful, you're strong. See it, believe it, trust it, know it. 100% acceptance, 0 rejection. Okay, these entities feels a lot lighter. Any fear implants here? I just get a little bit on a fear implant. That's just like the inverted light matrix, like bombarding us with all of this distortion. Like you're going to be rejected. You're not going to be loved if you embody your authentic self and love yourself. You're selfish. So release, forgive, forget. Disable this frequency from hooking in. Thank you. Okay. Carol, self-love. All right. A lot shifted there. Hi, Carol, checking in. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. Hello from DK. Love your work. Love you. Thank you. Marion. Hi. I'm half Irish. Yay, thank you. I really love this work. I feel really blessed and grateful to be a conduit of it. Because it's not me, it's channeling through me, you know? Thank you. I love sharing my messages. I'm feeling called to share another one soon, record another one soon. So Carol, let's see. Carol, how are you feeling though? Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Self-love. So yeah, with the same thing, what I said to Lily earlier, it's just going to be like shifting in perception, like how you treat yourself. Like, you know, nothing is overnight. So when you see fear come up or anxiety and like kind of self-blame, it's just going to be this subtle shifts and like guiding yourself towards more self-love and awareness, kind of like the detached observer of yourself. The patterns, because the ego wants to hold on so strong, so it's gonna like creep up and be like, look at this is why you're not valuable. Oh, sorry, glitched out there for a second. And the whole point of this is for you to be able to view that and say like, no, that's actually like an old program that I can release. And the more you validate and stand strongly in that belief and that knowing that you're releasing that old programming, the more it's going to show up and you're going to have synchronicities and what's the word? Proof of that in your reality every day. Yay. Okay. Do I have time for one more? Would anybody else like to purchase one? Or I'd be happy to do it for free right now because this is new. You're so welcome, Carol. Bye from Massachusetts. I grew up in Needham, Massachusetts, which is like southwest of Boston. Oh, thank you, Jan. You're right. It's true. It can be. You can purchase. Thank you. I'm like geeking out. Heather, if I would love to help clearing fear. I don't know why I can't reply here. This is so weird. Jan, can I add you as a moderator? I'm gonna make you a moderator. So for Heather, Cash App is, why can't I respond? Anyways, oh well. JODI TERESA. Jodi Teresa. I see your right in the chat. This is weird. Yeah, Jodi Teresa, perfect. So it's Jodi Teresa for Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, if anybody else is interested. Okay, Heather, I'm gonna go back to what you'd like to. Thank you, Jan. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Jan has received some energy healing, so she's sharing that. I really appreciate you sharing that, Jan. Thank you. Okay, so clearing fear, anger, fight, flight, freeze. Solar plexus is most tender. I feel static around heart. In near constant chaos with my partner. Okay. Let's see. Fear. So that's a lot. This could be like multiple sessions, and if you're open to meeting me on live, I'm happy to do it here. It's a big discount from my full sessions, but if you feel called to do a full session too, but let's try to get as much as we can here, and maybe we can, but sometimes it's different layers, just to be honest about all of that. Okay, so for Heather, I'm gonna call in your highest self, Heather, your divine team. I just also want to acknowledge that I'm disconnecting from Carol, disconnecting from Lily. Usually that happens automatically, but I just want to make sure. So Heather, your highest self, your divine team, thank you for leading and guiding, showing, illuminating to me what needs to be cleared, shifted in this now moment to bring these issues to neutral for Heather. Okay, so Heather, fear, anger, fight, flight, freeze. I'm gonna like do these all together first. So the issue of fear, anger, fight, flight, fear and anger, let's do it first. Is this, actually I'm gonna do fight, flight, freeze, sorry. Fight, flight, or freeze. Is this ancestral? Is this God, self, other? So it's God, self and other, ancestral, mother's line, father's line. I get biggest drop on father's ancestral line, fear, fight, flight, freeze. Do we have any information on what this is exactly? Like I'm getting witch hunt energy. And I just heard the anger, rage with this, that it felt like unstoppable, inescapable to your ancestors. And like we have to realize there's cycles of time, right? And right now we're in this beautiful time of transformation to the light where humanity has this chance to really shift things towards peace. And in past lifetimes, there was times of darkness. So that's what I'm getting for your ancestral line that's coming through, holding on to this fear, fight, flight, rage, anger with the father's line, feeling persecuted, chased, killed, tortured for your gifts. So release, forgive, forget, release that from the cellular memory. The DNA from the now. We want to thank your ancestors because they're only trying to protect you, right? And rage is also a self-protecting mechanism. It's not wrong to feel rage or anger. It's a sacred vehicle asking for change. So that rage from your ancestors was the rage of being persecuted, the rage of feeling like you were made wrong for being yourself, which is right on, right? Like we need to hold that rage when it comes up and honor it to move forward towards alignment and out of whatever that situation is. Okay. Cleanse, clear, release. So checking in on this anger, rage, fight, I don't want to say fright, fight, flight, freeze from the ancestral line, mother line, a little bit on the mother's side, application of corrections to the mother's line, release, forgive, forget from the DNA, cellular memory. Okay, checking now, fight, flight, freeze, anger, rage, other, now, self, level of self. It says past lifetimes, yes. Okay, like you came into this lifetime with those ancestors because you have this in past lifetimes. So maybe you all are in this, what I'm getting, soul family, where this is like a big thing coming up to clear in the now. So this past lifetime, also witch hunt, persecuted, torture, killed, for sharing your gifts. I just heard for not even just being, like you were hunted and a target for just being your light, which I think is what felt so crazy. You were like, I'm not even, like just being yourself was the headhunt. Cut the cords, release, forgive, forget, calling all parts of the self that were fractured from this past lifetime. This whole contract of experiencing this lifetime, these lifetimes, dissolve, release, burn. This past lifetime? Okay, I'm hearing inverted light matrix. So this is just darker energies, entities attacking you for your light. And I just have resistance on that, so that's a yes. So inverted light matrix, fear implants, anger, rage, feeling wrong for your rage and anger though, but really remembering it's just a vehicle asking for change, a sacred vehicle. Are there any spells, curses, black magic? I get black magic from the inverted light matrix. Dissolve, release. Are there any entities? I just have the tiniest bit of wavering. So 1, 2. One entity here, kind of like feeding that rage and anger. Calling forward that soul contract, agreement, release, forgive, forget. Fight, flight, freeze, also with this entity, release. Releasing the fight, flight, freeze from the nervous system, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. Are there any cellular memories we need to clear in relation to this fight, flight, freeze from this lifetime? Yes. In the womb? I get it started in the womb. So your mother's energy of feeling this fight, flight, freeze response, I'm hearing to an abuser, emotional abuse, physical abuse. I get emotional abuse, emotional manipulation, and that trauma being ongoing long term, that like anything would really get her into that space. So that was embedded into your energetic structure, your nervous system, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. So clearing all levels. Forgive, forget, releasing the soul contract with your mother, withholding this energy, transmuting, alchemizing, releasing. Thank you. Forgive, forget. Illuminating the system, the spaces we just care, cleared with Christ white light. Thank you. Okay, are there any other cellular memories? 0 to 3 with fight, flight, freeze, fear, rage, anger. 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. I get 6 to 9 with your mother, with your father. I get with your father. Emotional manipulation. Yes. What is this? Gaslighting, I'm hearing, which is so manipulative, right? And wears on you because you then abandon yourself, feel like you're crazy, you turn off your gifts, you turn off your inner knowing. It's like very detrimental. So we want to release. I'm not getting an exact, maybe let me ask, what's the memory with your father? Okay, you saw a truth and he told you you didn't. But it's like you saw it, you experienced it. And it was, I'm getting it was like his abuse to your mother. Yes, and there's heavy resistance there, so that's a yes. So we want to release this cellular memory. Release the trauma, the CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, from the nervous system, from the cells, from the mind, subconscious, conscious, subterranean. I'm hearing to check soul level manipulation here with this narcissistic tendency. Okay, sometimes this comes up and this happens. Like you've had lifetimes in the past where you were the narcissistic abuser and you never wanted to do that again, but from a soul level and from this past lifetime, you feel like you deserve it because you've done it to other people. But that's just some like self-pity, guilt, shame that we want to release because we don't want that hooking in the now. Release, forgive, forget. Cut the cords to this past lifetime. Self-forgiveness, calling forward the soul contracts in this lifetime. I owe you, right? Release, dissolve. Self-hatred. I deserve this from a levels of self and over soul. Release, forgive, forget. Clearing this distortion. We no longer need this. Becoming the detached observer. We don't need to hold this anymore, right? Releasing. We know, your soul knows, but you don't need to hold on to it, grasping it. It's just something in the bank of everything you've experienced that you know how to be in right alignment now. Okay. Heather, I just want to check in again. Fear, anger, fight, flight, freeze. In this lifetime. Cellular memories from 6 to 9. Anger at father. Release. Releasing these emotions. Your father's energy hooking into you here. Release, forgive, forget. Your mother's energy hooking into you. Release, forgive, forget. I'm hearing the victim mentality. Release, forgive, forget. From your ancestral line on the mother's side, father's side. Because the narcissist also feels like a victim. And I'm not saying your father's a full-blown narcissist or that's what your lineage is. It's more of the narcissistic tendencies, which honestly, we all have the potential to embody, right? Okay. 6 to 9. This experience. Fight, flight, freeze. Anger, fear. Is there an entity attached here? Yes. 1 entity, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. More than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50. So it's at 40, 41, 42, 43, 42. 42 entities with this anchoring in the self-abandonment, fear of being controlled and manipulated, fear of trusting yourself. Well, I feel it in my throat too, so this is where it is for you also, just like this, like like restricting your truth. So these entities attached here, 40, I said 43? Yeah. Clearing, calling forward all of the soul contracts and agreements, anchoring in these patterns into the now. We are ready to release them. For Heather. Forgive, forget. Dissolve, burn those contracts. Yeshua, Christ light, consciousness coming into the system, illuminating the spaces of betrayal, self-betrayal. And because of this wounding of self-betrayal, the external reflecting this self-betrayal. Release, forgive, forget. I'm hearing we're doing a timeline shift where you are now going to embody your value and your worth, and this is a time of the past. This is the new you. And I've never had that come through for anyone. I love that. Okay. Solar plexus. I feel partner, like your partner. Constant chaos with my partner. Like we're going to clear this energy. Heather's partner. Heather to your partner to you. So a lot of heaviness here. Is there narcissistic tendencies present? I have resistance, so that's my yes. People pleasing. Heather, are you people pleasing? Are you embodying narcissistic tendencies? That feels light, so it's a no. Is your partner embodying narcissistic tendencies? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna clear this energetic pattern. Is this from a past lifetime? Yes. With your partner. Where were you the narcissistic tendencies? He was, and you were the people pleaser. And this energy, it's just constant. Like, I'm like, what are we looking at here? And I'm just seeing this like cycle continuing and being constant. Release. Cut the cords, forgive, forget, calling forward the soul agreement, neutralize, burn, release. This I owe you, you owe me karmically, release, forgive, forget. Vows, contracts, agreements. I'm hearing for that between the two of you, Heather, you and your partner, releasing these vows, contracts, agreements, marriage, a vow to one another, release, forgive, forget, dissolve. Okay. This past lifetime with your partner, that feels neutral. Other lifetimes with your partner that are similar, release, forgive, forget. Okay. Current lifetime with your partner. People pleaser. Narcissistic tendencies. Cool. It feels a lot lighter from shifting that past lifetime. There could be other layers that pop up, but I want to check in a little bit more. Heather, let me know, please, how you're feeling, what you're noticing. Sometimes, especially with people that are really energetically sensitive, they can feel all of the shifting happening, like different chakras. So, Heather, you, your partner. Okay, I feel that like dullness in the heart. So, lack of self-love for you. Release, forgive, forget. Lack of self. Well, I have to be clear. With this energy work, I don't work on your partner. I just like release the energy because I don't have their consent to work on them. I guess it's a little tricky because sometimes we can clear what's joint, right? So let's put you both here, this unhealthy dynamic wired into the nervous system. Clearing all trauma in relationship with your partner of self-abandoning, manipulation, gaslighting, all cellular memories. Heather, your superconscious self, I'm asking to tag, clear, release, delete, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, psychic, spiritually, and physically in this now moment, in this lifetime with your partner. The mind, the ego wants to hold on to this patterning because it feels safe, right? To like defer to the other person to take care of that other person. But really what you're being asked to do now is this shift into like, no, actually I matter. And actually I know what's going on. And you telling me that that's not truth is not going to work. It's not true, period. Period. So seeing how this shifts in your relationship, if your partner is receptive to that, great. If he's not, it might be time to move on. And the astrology for right now is sacred endings and new beginnings. Because when we stay in situations that are not in alignment in your body, your heart, your soul, your higher self is telling you that, you need to honor that. And I say need, but it's like in your highest and best interest that you already know it's time to honor that, because it's going to lead to the reality, the timeline that you are ready for, that you love, that the future you is already in, living her best life, attracting in the partner that is of a frequency matched to you. And this is not to say your partner can't change, they can't shift, they can. But if you're getting a strong feeling of it's time to move on, that's okay, right? Just no one can tell you this answer but you, and like how you're experiencing and taking in every now moment. Okay, I just want to check in with us that I don't even know, right? If that was 25 minutes. While you respond, I'm going to check in on your heart chakra, Heather. Your heart chakra, your partner's heart chakra, enmeshment. So there's a level of enmeshment with you two. We want your heart chakra to be your own, his heart chakra, or her, sorry, I don't know. Your partner's heart chakra to be their own. Release entanglement. Forgive, forget. Honoring self. Loving self. Okay. Now I'm going to check your solar plexus. All right. The solar plexus feels heavy. So this is your willpower I'm hearing, and this being damaged because of everything that we've talked about with these narcissistic tendencies. People telling you that you need to turn away from your truth. You're wrong. Okay, so we want to clear this trauma being held in the solar plexus. Calling upon Yeshua, Christ-like consciousness to illuminate solar plexus, release mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical. Cleansing, clearing the entire chakra system of these energies. Forgive, forget, release. Okay. Third chakra. Valuable, worthy. Cellular memories of telling you you are not valuable, you're not worthy. Your own self internalization of this as well. Release, forgive, forget. There's a lot of like heat moving, so it's just energy shifting and moving. Sorry, it's a lot. LOL. I hear you. I hear you. I just like that was like rapid fire too, how it comes through. But fight, flight, freeze, anger, fear. A little bit on anger still. God, self, other. Anger from your partner to you. Yes, releasing this hook of anger from your partner to you. Release, forgive, forget. And they're able to hook in because you aren't trusting yourself. You're not embodying your power. So releasing this giving away of your power, forgive, forget. Self-confidence, self-love, self-knowing. Heather, you still here? Okay, how are you feeling? And I always ask if it's resonating, but when I have the resistance, I know, of course, you're welcome. That's where the energy's stuck, so it is. I hope everything more still. What do you mean by more still? Call upon the violet flame of Saint Germain to cleanse, clear, release what is stuck in the system, what needs to be cleared in this now moment, connected to this fight, flight, freeze, anger, fear. At their superconscious self, please tag, clear, delete any and all memories, emotions, psychological, psychic, spiritual, physical impressions in the now, past lifetimes, future lifetimes, present lifetimes, self-abandonment, fear of being persecuted, fear of not being seen, but this is because you're not seeing yourself. You need to validate and see yourself, is what I'm hearing. Oh, more still, more in your body. Good. Yeah, is there anything coming up that you're like, ooh, this is up to clear right now? I think we might be at the 25-minute mark. Pretty sure. I just want to Yeah, and like I said to everyone else, it's a process, right? So we did that in these areas. So just like be gentle with yourself, whatever you feel guided to do, to strengthen this, like you've got this, and make that your prayer with your highest self, your divine team. I am embodying my full self, myself fully, my highest self fully in this now moment. Show me the way, show me what I need to know, show me where I need to shift, and listen to what you get in response to that. Yeah, breath work, 100%. Yeah. Okay, so I want to, is there any more in the nervous system to clear with this fight, flight, freeze? Releasing these patterns, forgive, forget. Calling Christ-like consciousness to illuminate the entire nervous system, releasing fight, flight, freeze, bringing in stillness, calm, peace in every now moment, radical shifting. You're so welcome. Oh, you blacked out for a second. Okay. I hope you know it was just rewiring happening. You're so much, Heather. You're so welcome, Heather. I'm starting to oh yes, like suggestions being, I would ask your highest self, right? This is a meditation that I was guided to that I loved so much, and maybe I'll do this in the video I want to post later today. Asking your higher self to guide you to the version of you, right? In quantum world, physics, quantum physics, there are so many timelines where we exist in every reality we can imagine. So zero in on the reality that you want to align with, and the highest self that you want to connect into is already there. She's already living it. So you ask for your highest self to lead and guide you through resonance and frequency to align to that quantum reality now, right? Because it's a frequency level. When you are in that frequency, you will magnetize and attract that frequency of that self to the now. Because all of these lifetimes, all of these versions of ourselves exist now. So you have the potential to bring it in now. So I think my suggestion is to do, like, ask yourself, what is that? And if you get a feeling to do a meditation, if you get a feeling to do breath work, if you get a feeling to go to ecstatic dance, if you get a feeling to go to a yoga class, go on a walk, take a bath, take a nap, whatever it is, listen to that. It's trusting what's coming up in the now. I'm also hearing to look into your human design. Human design is really powerful for our own learning of self-knowledge. So do that, because you can learn different codes and tricks into how you, your inner divine knowing. You need your birth time, birthplace. It's like astrology, but a little bit different. Okay, does that answer your question? Yeah, and like knowing that timeline, she's you. She's already here. So in the now, embodying, like for me, when I did this meditation, I got that she lives the me that I wanted to bring into the now. Has a relaxed life, abundance, money comes easily, it flows easily, divine insight, life is beautiful, full of joy, full of fun, travel. I've had travel increase so much in the past 4 months, 6 months, but it's embodying those now steps. So when I felt like, oh, meditation is really good for me, and that's what I was getting up, having a ritual to myself, having time to myself, journaling, whatever it is. But if the ego comes in and wants to stop you because it doesn't feel safe, right? It's like, oh my God, you're making these new situations for us. And like, I don't know, this isn't safe. But the highest self, that part of you, is here now too. It's like that story, the Native American story of the two wolves that exist within us, the light and the dark. Are you going to succumb to the dark and say like, yeah, no, I can skip that? Because if you're skipping, if you're skipping the meditation, if you're avoiding it, you are self-sabotaging, right? And you're giving in to that darker part of yourself that is controlling, manipulating out of fear, right? And you want to look at the fear and with the acronym face everything and rise and just move through it, because the only way out is through. It's going to be uncomfortable. Change is going to be uncomfortable, but it's beautiful and you can move through it quickly. You can make quantum leaps and bounds, but it's all up to you. You've got this. Is there anything else I want to say with that? Yeah, when I make that devotion and commitment to myself, I see my reality changing in real time like magic. And it's on a frequency level really aligning to the truth of me. You heard recently that when we have a new experience, we have healed something, and that resonates 100%. It's like if you have I can share examples of that with my family where it used to be trauma, drama, blah, blah, blah. And my best friend and I were just talking about this recently. When you can't change the people around you, but when you change, the people around you change. So when you start to change, the relationships in your life are going to change. And this has happened for me and my family where I'm like, even my ex-husband and our parenting relationship, it used to be like so messy, but changing myself and how I respond to everything, how I perceive everything, how I change my mindset and my cellular memory response, trauma response, all of that changes how I respond, and then it changes the relationship without you trying to change the relationship, right? Because when we try to change the relationship, like, you need to do this, it's not going to work. It's never going to work. Period. But there's magic, and you just go working on yourself, alchemizing, and then magically they shift too. Yes, boo-boo. Start with ourselves. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it there. Heather, I don't. Yay! I'm so happy you're smiling. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to be doing these. I'll just announce them on my YouTube when I'm going to be doing another live. So if you want to ever join in and get another healing, we can work on anything. We can work on like skin issues, poverty mindset, yeah, whatever. It can be like a difficult relationship, anything, which we did with yours. So I'm so curious to hear. My email is on my page. So if you want to email me, Heather, just give me an update in the next few days. I'd love to hear and like just do a check-in for you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Love you all. Y'all got this. Bye.